Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. You join me as I'm actively in the process of getting up the last remaining bits of straw off the ground here. We had to put up another silo to hold the straw because we have so much straw. Now that secondary straw silo I put up, it's going to be temporary. Once that is empty, I will be selling it. I don't really like having two of them there. I think it kind of looks a little bit out of place. The one looks fine. But you'll see what I mean when we get over there eventually, and I show you that. Now, this field today is really all we have to do as far as work, with the exception of doing the fertilizing in the field that we drilled in the last episode. I don't know if we need a herbicide or not. I forget. It's been about a week or so since I did that, so I forget. But this field, we are finally going to do what I've been teasing for a while. I have said that I made that shed for a reason. We're going to utilize it. Well, we may not utilize the shed today, but we're going to start putting something in this field back here so we can start utilizing that shed here in the near future. Now, I'm not going to tell you what that is. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'm very, very excited about it. Something we have never done on the channel to date, but we will be doing today, well, at least starting today. Before we do that, though, we got to get rid of these trees. I've talked about these trees for a number of times now. And we've got to get the drill back here so we can expand this field. I want this to be one full field. So that's what we're going to do. But first, let's get rid of these trees. Maybe, if I can go at it at the right angle. Okay. Maybe not. Didn't want me to go at it at the top angle, evidently. Okay. Can't see. Is that fully gone? Yeah, it's fully gone. Okay. Alright, it looks like those are all gone there, gang, so we should be able to turn that into this one big massive field that looks a little awkward, but it should work. Now I don't know if it's going to let me take this corner tree here, but I'd like to take this corner tree out as well, so we're going to attempt it. I just think it's kind of in the way a little bit. I promise this is the only tree work we're doing today. I know I've been doing a lot of tree work in general on the channel, but I promise this is the last bit. Alright, good. I would like to, if it lets me, I don't know if it will or not, but I'd like to basically take the plow and kind of round this corner out just a little bit. You know, make it rounded instead of it being like a square, what an awkward square as it is now. Well, I say square, awkward 90-degree angle. Alright, perfect. Alright, so I will get all this back. We're going to sell the wood chips immediately. They're going to be on the downcline right now anyway, so we might as well go ahead and sell them. I'm not going to show selling them and this because I don't want to spoil the surprise. But just know that we've made some money and we bought something to be able to utilize back here. Leave it at that, and as soon as I get back with you, you'll see what we're going to be doing. Alright, gang, I got the corners touched up. I got that section touched up. Anybody have any ideas what it's going to be? Anybody have any guesses? It's your last chance to guess. Can you see it from here? That's right, gang, we bought a planter. Now, we're not going to be just doing any kind of planting. Now, we can do corn and sunflowers and all that good stuff like we normally would, but we're not going to be doing that today. What we are putting in is we're going to put in cotton. I'm very excited about this, gang. We have not done cotton on the channel to date, mostly because we haven't had the money to do so. Now, having said that, I fully understand that we don't have enough money to actually buy the harvester at current, but I believe by the time that this is ready to harvest, that we will have enough money to buy a harvester. There will be other there will be other fields of crop that we have currently growing that should and will be ready to harvest, and we could sell it to get to that point. I'm very, very excited about this, gang. I'm amped up. I'm pumped up. And this is quite a machine we've got right here. It is a direct drill. as you can see. Now, it does mean that we have to do a fertilizer application, because that is not included with this direct drill, but that's okay. It's still direct drill. Now, this is going to be a bit of a mess here at the beginning, gang. I've got to get used to it. Give me some slack here. I'm still not really used to this tractor to begin with. But yeah, we're putting cotton in. Now, you may still hear my voice, gang. It has gotten a little, at least I feel like it's gotten a little bit better. But I do still have bronchitis and an ear infection, so my voice is still a little weird, and I apologize ahead of time right now for that, if it is bothering you. Hopefully it's not, but if it is, I apologize, gang. I should take those out, too. You know what? We're going to do it. We're going to take those out while we're here, if it lets me. That way it's just easier for me to turn. Yeah, cotton. Now, we do have to herbicide that field we drilled in the last episode. I couldn't recall if we did it or not, but we did not. So, we've got to fertilize it, the second application, and herbicide that as well today. I probably will do mostly... Oh, dang it. I need the tree devour, not this. Ah, shit. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking. I'm on so many drugs. I'm not thinking. I'll try to fix it later, I guess. I will probably have the workers do most of the fertilizing and the herbicide in that other field over there, unless we get this field done quickly, which I don't suspect that we will, since we have to do, another pass with fertilizing. And then we've got to roll and all that other stuff, right? And I'm really not good with these. I don't remember what they're called, tractors. These different type of setup tractors, I guess is what I should say. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to miss this section there because of that tree sticking out for now. Is what it is. Anyway, we're going to put some cotton in here. This is going to be exciting. I don't know exactly what we're going to do with the cotton yet. I suspect we'll probably turn it into some kind of clothes, right? That's just the no-brainer choice in this instance, is to turn it into clothes. It's just it's a money maker. But we'll see. Maybe I'll think of another idea. But either way, we're doing cotton, gang. It's this tractor, man. I might not even be able to continue with this tractor. This tractor is awkward. Look at this thing. I'm all over the frickin' road with it. The road. The field. Oh boy. I got this tractor because it was inexpensive. It has the horsepower we need for a lot of the stuff that we now are utilizing. But it's not seeming like it's going to really work for me, because I'm not very good at driving it. Maybe I'll get it under control here. Who knows? Anyway, so cotton stuff, right? So clothes are obviously the choice that you would suspect, right? That's the easy choice. But if I can find something else to do with the cotton that's not specifically clothes, and I don't know if I'll be able to, so don't. But if I'm able to, I may do that, because we do clothes already on the 200 horsepower challenge. Now, I'm not against doing them again. I do like doing the clothes. They make you so much damn money, but if I find something better, which I doubt I will, but if I find something better, we may go that path. We'll have to see. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. At least I feel like I'm starting to starting to be on the mend a little bit of this sickness. It's still there. It's still bothering. I'm still coughing. But it's not as severe as it was in the last couple of episodes that you've watched. That much I can tell you is true. Alright, we're kind of getting the hang of this tractor a little bit now, better. It's just an awkward... It's not... It doesn't react the same way as the normal tractors, is how I should say it, I guess. When you turn it. This is a nice width. It's like 12 meters, I think. So it's a nice width, especially for the size of this field, because this field has become quite a large field, really. when you look at it now. It is quite a field. So what we'll probably end up doing here, gang, is we're going to continue to go around the headland here. Then we'll head over into that awkward section there and try to get it set to a point where we can put it on a worker for a brief period. We're not going to have... The worker's not going to do most of this field. It's mostly going to be us doing this field, but I'm going to at least put a worker on it for a brief period until I'm able to set up the other workers, or at least worker, doing that field over there that we drew out in the last episode, right? We've got to get that field going. But yeah, Vegas was not very kind to me, gang. I lost a lot of money in Vegas. My wife and I couldn't win to save our lives. We actually went with our neighbors when we moved. Well, we recently moved, but when we moved to our first house, which is not too far away from where we currently live now, we met them actually at a brewery. We were going there just to play trivia. We heard they had trivia, and my wife and I both like to play trivia, and we were just sitting at the bar and ran into them, and they had literally just moved into their house, which was literally 4 streets over from us, I think, or 3 streets over from us, something like that. About a month before we moved into ours. So, became friends with them, and have just kind of stuck being friends with them for quite a while now. But they were winning nonstop. They couldn't lose. So it's like I could have just given our neighbors our money and probably would have been better off. That's how bad our luck was. We couldn't win anything. Anything. I mean, we were trying everything. I was trying roulette. I was trying blackjack, which I rarely play blackjack, actually. I was playing 3-card, which I like to play, playing Texas Hold'em. I actually even played just regular Texas Hold'em, which you guys know, many of you know at least, that I play in a poker league every week. So it's something I'm, pretty confident in myself with and my abilities, and I couldn't even win at that. Now, granted, it could be the fact that, the World Series of Poker is kind of, well, the actual main event isn't, but a lot of the satellites and everything else is going on. Other World Series of Poker events are going on right now. Within Las Vegas. So there's a lot of people there that are much better at poker than I am. So, I mean, that could be part of the problem, right? That could be part of the problem there. But even the table games, man, we couldn't, like I said, we couldn't win to save our life. I think my wife won, I want to say, the day before we were getting ready to leave. Is that right? The day before? So it would have been Wednesday? Is that right? I think it was Wednesday. I think she hit a 3 of a kind on 3-card, and I think she made a little bit of money back then. I think it was like $200, something like that. But that's the extent. I won a grand total. One hand, I won, I think, $60 or something like that back. But man, we lost so much money, gang. I mean, $60 is great. Don't get me wrong, but when you're there for 4 days, it's $60 isn't going to go very far if you're, gambling. But I'm very lucky that we both actually have jobs they're decent jobs, and it allows us to be able to, go and have fun like that. Many of you know my job is a stressful job. It's not an easy job. I'm always on call. So, it's nice to get away a little bit. I just wish I would have, won a little money as well. You know what I mean? But anyway, alright, let's get this fixed up here. And then when this is done, again, I'll put it on a worker for a now. He can go up and down that way. He shouldn't have any issues now that I've got this all taken care of over here. And then we'll go get some of the other workers going on the other field, and then we'll come back over here and we'll take over for this and finish this whole section up here. We're going to do this whole field ourselves today for the most part. Like I said, with the exception of just the brief period while I get the other field set up and ready to go. And I know I'm going at this probably in an awkward way, and it's going to maybe be showing up as a little awkward as far as the field itself goes, but it's not that bad. The little lines and stuff that you see there, they're going to be all awkwardly shaped over here on this side, but hey, it's fine. It is what it is. It is what it is. They'll be fine. A little tiny section I missed there. It's not going to really make that big of a difference, but I don't want to miss it anyway, so we're going to fix it. Alright, got the worker going on that. Let's jump into this guy, the old case. And let's see, we're going to put the case on the sprayer. Try to keep the camera at the bottom there because those 2x4s really cause issues with the camera. Alright, herbicide's done. Now we do have the trailer that we purchased in the last episode as well. Oh, here, before we can carry on, I'll show you. I put the other silo here. See, it's fine, but it just kind of looks a little out of place. I like it when it's really close to the other silos, and this one isn't. So it's going to be temporary. Whenever we're able to unload more into there, we'll get rid of it. But it's going to be a while before we're able to unload more into there. I can tell you that much right now. It's going to be a while. That was not on full blast, so we need to restart here. Now we are going to have to do some touch-up work. We already know that. We always do. We're used to it. But as long as they get most of it, I can do that touch-up work. It's not too big of a deal, in my opinion. Alright, we're going to go around the top of the headland here, and then I'm just going to... Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to go around the top of the headland here, then go down that side, and then I'm going to sit in on a worker. I'm not going to go all the way to the end and come back up. I probably should, but we're not going to do that for now. We'll just let the worker do what they do, and whatever they miss, I'll come touch that up. I really want to make sure we're able to do most of that cotton drilling today. So that's the reason why. Now the fertilizing, it won't take long at all to do as well. But I think the next things we're going to work on doing here on the farm, instead of buying more fields, we're going to try to upgrade some of our equipment, some more of our equipment, and specifically the herbicide sprayer. I would like to get a, I don't know if we can get a bigger one or not actually, but if there is one out there, I'd like to get a bigger one, and I'd like a bigger fertilizer spreader as well. If we can do both of those, I think that's really going to help as we carry on here, because as I've mentioned before, we're getting to a point here where when things are starting to get ready to harvest at the same time, we're going to be in a hardship where we're going to have to make the decision on if we're going to start doing multiple episodes per month in this series, which I think we're going to. I think that's just going to be kind of my MO moving forward on most of my channels, right? Or most of my series, right? Where if we're at a point where we've got so much to do, instead of having to like rush myself to get it all done, let's just do multiple videos in the same month. But we'll try not to do that, but whenever, you know, the series is getting to a point where there's lots and lots to do, we've got lots of fields, lots of things going on, we're probably going to start going that path. I think it's the best approach, I think. And you know what I mean. But anyway. So we made a decent amount of money, as you could see, from the wood chips we sold. That's those 2 trees. Well, 3 trees, I guess. That's a decent amount of money. It was like 60 grand, I think. So the wood chips are, man, that's the winner right there. The wood chips are, that's the key to success here. I was afraid that was going to happen. Alright, we're going to have to fold this up. Oh, it just destroyed that mailbox. Whoops. Sorry, neighbor. Alright, it's on a worker now. We'll see how the worker does. Hopefully they do okay. Let's get This guy going. Although we're probably not going to really need to do the fertilizing on this field yet, so we'll just get the fertilizer and we'll bring it back to the back field because we will need it back here. Because as you know, as you saw, that drill does not have the ability to do fertilizing as well, so we need to fertilize it for the first application. So let's fill this up, let's take it back there, and then we're going to take over for the worker. We'll get all of the drilling done of the cotton, and then we'll work on everything else. All right, that was a nice long time lapse there, gang, but we got a lot done. The whole field is drilled, so it's just a matter of us putting fertilizer down on it, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the spraying on it now, too. I might as well. Save us a little bit of time since we don't have anything else to do today besides this. Now, we can mow our grass field, but we don't need to right now. I think we're okay for now. Eventually, like I said, I do want to put some sheep back there, but we're not quite there yet at this point. We need to... I'm more worried about the fields right now, I guess is what I'm trying to get at, than that. So let's jump into this, because the worker did a absolute atrocious job. He just thinks he's done, even though there's a massive section he hasn't even touched. So we're going to have to take care of that. But most of this, gang, I can do all off camera. This will be a little bit of a shorter episode than you're used to, but mostly because I just, you know, I don't feel that great anyway. Feeling a little bit better, but still not 100%. So I will get the rest of this stuff done off camera. You've seen this many times. You don't need to see it again, in my opinion. I mean, we've already done some of it here in this episode as it is. So we'll get this field finished up, fertilized, all that good stuff. I'll get the other field fertilized for the second application, and we'll get this field sprayed. And then we will be on our way to having some nice cotton. Now, I'm not going to roll this field, I don't think, this time. I think we're just going to let the rolling go for now. We don't really necessarily need to do it, I don't think. You guys have mentioned that many times to me that, you know, it's probably not even worth it, and I kind of agree. But whenever we have the time and I'm a little bit more, you know, at full speed here, I guess I'll do the rolling again, but I don't think we need to do it every single time, so we're not going to do it this time. So with that, gang, we'll leave the episode there. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton. Check my other channels out. Links in the description down below. Special thanks so much to all of our channel members. You guys are absolutely amazing. I cannot thank you enough. And yeah. I guess until next time, I'll catch you all in the next one. See ya.